Oh, wow, another week has passed. We're almost at the end of October already. I have no clue where time is going, but don't you worry, I will still let you know all the 10 races that you can tune into this weekend. And this week, I have a couple new ones on the list, so stay tuned for those. Hey, folks, and welcome back to another episode here at Race Plaza Media. My name is Pia, and as per usual on Thursdays, I break down for you what you can watch and where you can watch it in terms of motorsport. Of course, we're getting to the end of the season, so slowly but surely, different racing leagues have either already come to an end or slowly in their last couple of rounds of the season. But that gives me an opportunity to point out a couple different leagues that we don't usually shout out here on this channel to give them a little bit of a platform that maybe you would be interested in tuning into. So first off, of course, a crowd favorite, a channel favorite, Formula One. The guys are back again. They're heading to Mexico for their Grand Prix, and we will be definitely tuning in for that. Here in the US, you'll be able to watch that through your F1 TV app, and I am expecting a fun race weekend. I love the Mexico track. When they go in between the grandstands, it's one of my favorite areas of a track generally, so I'm very much looking forward to it. Number two, also, NASCAR season is very close to being over. We're getting into the penultimate round for NASCAR, the Cup Series, the Xfinity Series, as well as the Craftsman Truck Series. So this is your time to tune in before the season is over. They're heading to the Martinsville Speedway. The Cup Series you'll be able to watch on NBC and HBO. The Xfinity Series you'll be able to watch on the CW. And the Craftsman Truck Series you'll be able to watch on FS1. So enjoy that this weekend, their penultimate round. Next up, MotoGP is back again. Of course, we have MotoGP, Moto2, and Moto3 all competing in Sepang for the Malaysian Grand Prix. Of course, the MotoGP season, the Rider Championship has already been announced. However, it's still fun. There's been still some really great races since Mark has taken the overall crown. So I would still recommend tuning into it. I know I will definitely be tuning into it. Next, let's switch things up a little bit. I want to give you something for free. Everything I told you beforehand either required a subscription or cable. Now, the only thing you need is Wi-Fi. And I hope, if you're watching this, you have some sort of access to Wi-Fi. And I'm talking about a Ferrari challenge. We have 3 different ones happening in Mugello this weekend. We have the Ferrari Challenge Europe, the Ferrari Challenge North America, as well as the Ferrari World Final. And the great thing about those, you'll be able to watch those for free on YouTube. And I don't think I've mentioned many Ferrari challenges this year on my What to Watch, so that's why I wanted to give them a shout out, especially also because all of them are the final round. This is the finale for the Ferrari World Cup, so tune in if you're available. Next up, for number 5, I have another single make championship, and I'm talking about the Toyota Gazoo Racing Australia GR Cup. They are heading to Surfers Paradise this weekend for their penultimate round, so definitely tune in for that. I personally always love some Toyota Gazoo racing. I had the opportunity to see some of it in person before, so I have a little bit of an extra connection to it. But even if you don't, I think you would enjoy the racing. And this you will also be able to watch for free on YouTube. Next up, for number 6, I want to recommend to you a drag race. The NHRA Mission Foods Drag Racing Series is headed to the South Georgia Motorsports Park for their showcase of speed. So if you're interested in some drag racing, definitely tune in to that through the NHRA TV app or subscription. Next up, for number 7, I have something new, something completely different that I've never mentioned on this channel before, and that is the INEX Legend Cars Championship or race. They're heading to the Bull Ring at Las Vegas, and I've never seen this before. So they have older cars, like vintage legend cars, as the name says. But the cool thing is also they have different groups or categories. Of course, many, many different races have it. But one of the categories includes drivers between the age from 10 to 16, which I think is incredible. Then they have a Masters division, a Pro division. They also have a semi-pro division. But I was really impressed by the really young ones that will be competing. And it seems like something that's been growing and growing here in the US. It has a big following. So if you're interested in something like that, you can tune into that through their website. They have different subscription options for you to tune into the race. Or if you're in Vegas, you'll be able to attend it in person as well. Next up, I want to mention, of course, for number 8, some sprint car racing. The World of Outlaws are competing yet again on Saturday and Sunday. I mean, I would really have to look into the calendar to see if there's any weekend that they don't race. I mean, they seem to be very, very busy. But as per usual, you'll be able to tune into them through your subscription of Flow Racing. Next up for number 9, I have something different again for you. The last two are something again that I've never mentioned on this channel, but I think people would enjoy. And the great thing about these last two is also they're for free for you to watch on YouTube. First one, I have the D1 Grand Prix. So it's a prestigious Japanese drifting competition that will be heading to the Autopolis this weekend for their competition. So if you're into drifting, professional drifting, definitely tune into that. And like I said, it is completely for free for you to watch on YouTube. And in number 10, I want to finish it out yet again with something a little bit different. We have Super Taiko completing this weekend in Okayama. You'll be able to watch a 3-hour race on Saturday as well as a 3-hour race on Sunday. Well, if you're in the US, you can probably even watch it the night before just because of the time change. But so you have 3-hour races there in Japan. And from what I've been seeing, like clips and bits of it, it's really, really fun to tune into. And like I said, the great thing is it's for free. And who doesn't like free things? So there you have it, folks. Lots and lots of great racing happening this weekend. I mean, it's another strong weekend before the year comes to an end or the racing year comes to an end. So enjoy it while it lasts. I know personally, I would want to tune into Formula One, MotoGP, and then maybe some of the Japanese racing that I've mentioned towards the end. Maybe the D1 Grand Prix, I think would be really interesting to tune into, or even the Super Taiko. So I have to see what I have time for this weekend. But as per usual, do let me know what you'll tune into. Is it anything on my list, or is there something else that you'll be tuning into that didn't make it onto my personal list? Do let me know. I'm always curious and I want to chat with people, from one racing fan to another racing fan. And with that, I hope you have a wonderful weekend with lots of fun racing in your life. And we will see you here again early next week with our race recaps as well as the racing news. Have a good one. Bye bye.